There are many aspects to show jumping and to eventing, and a very important part of that is getting the horse to and from the event itself. The thing you don't want to be at risk with is your trailer. Towing a trailer should be a safe and secure business. But what if it's not? The insurance companies should cover you for all risks, but who takes the risk insurance itself? There is a cautionary tale to be told about who is actually to blame when it comes to accidents with trailers.
The liability implications of an accident when a trailer becomes detached from a car, I think, are absolutely horrendous. We were very lucky, extremely lucky, that the trailer went left and didn't go into oncoming traffic. If it had gone right and hit a car that was coming the other way, that would have been an 80-mile-an-hour impact. Certainly the horse and probably the people in the car would have been killed. I would say we probably towed our horses in trailers 2 to 3 times a month. Obviously you get peak periods in the summer when you're going to lots of shows and gymkhanas and pony club stuff, and you might have a couple of months in the winter when you don't do anything, but on average probably 2 or 3 times a month all year round. On the day of the accident, we had myself and my daughter had been at our local pony club show jumping competition where we'd had a great day. We'd gone for the last class of the day. The horse had performed really well, and we'd come second out of about 30 odd entrants. So we were very happy with our day. It was the holidays, everything was great. And we set off home in really high spirits, and we were going along the Fossway, which is a very straight section of road, at about 40 odd miles an hour, having just negotiated a roundabout and setting off home. Quite safe, dry road, dry conditions, actually not a lot of traffic, thank goodness. And suddenly there was a sort of a bump, and I looked in the rear-view mirror because our horse travels extremely well and never shifts in the trailer. And the trailer veered off to the left down a slight bank, which meant that the towing bracket on the trailer actually hit a bank, and it pivoted the trailer like that, so that the trailer actually flipped right over onto its back between 2 sort of saplings and stuck there with a horse inside it. The horse managed, because it was an Equitrek trailer, which is a rear-facing trailer, and actually they're not as solid as perhaps some of the older style ones are, thank goodness. He managed to kick between the roof and the partition and the outside wall, and it was fiberglass, and it just came apart, and he actually just pushed his way out through that gap, off into the bushes. I was looking, thinking, oh my God, how many broken legs, how much blood am I going to see? Thank heavens, none at all. The horse trotted out of that trailer sound, but I have no idea how he did it. It was the most awful experience I have ever had with a horse. I can't tell you how frightening it was. It was dreadful. What had happened was that the tow bar stayed firmly with the trailer. There is absolutely no liability on behalf of the trailer whatsoever. That trailer behaved beautifully, and I think without any other trailer, I think the horse would have been killed. The tow bar actually detached itself from the car, so it wasn't that I had suddenly, had a nervous moment and incorrectly attached the trailer to the tow bar, which can happen. No, I didn't, because the tow bar and the trailer were still one unit. What happened was that the tow bar pulled out of the fitting on the car, so even if you'd had your piece of wire around the tow bar, that would have gone with it as well. And I think if you'd had it through a thing on the car, you would possibly have jackknifed the whole lot and turned the car over as well. So I think that probably wouldn't have been very helpful. Range Rover didn't want to know. It wasn't anything to do with them. The trailer was absolutely blameless. We have contacted the manufacturers of the tow bar, and they basically say that it's nothing to do with them. I can't quite work out why it's nothing to do with them, but it isn't. They say that the tow bar should be regularly serviced. Well, that's the first time I've ever heard that a tow bar should be regularly serviced, and I can't find anybody who regularly services a tow bar. I feel that if that tow bar is unsafe without regular servicing, then that fact should be stamped on a metal plate on the tow bar, because I had no idea. And had I had an idea, I would have done it. I mean, you know, my animals are very important. I would never, ever have risked an accident of that nature if I had been made aware of the fact that I needed to service a tow bar. Check your insurance policy. There are cases where you think you're fully comp, and once you put a trailer on the back, you're not. You're third party only. This accident cost me the cost of the trailer, which was £5,000. That's nothing compared to what it could have cost, and nobody was hurt. But it could cost hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds. You need to read the small print on your insurance policy or ring up your insurance company and just be sure that when your car is towing your trailer, that if you have this kind of accident, that you are covered. People could have been killed so easily, and that would be, you know, it would cost you everything.